Namaskar everyone, welcome to the channel of SDIFL once again. Again we are meeting after a long gap, some technical issues you may say. So today I am going to discuss a very important topic, and that is taught very grammatically. See, grammar is definitely a part of language, but when you learn language you need to learn to speak, and for that you need to listen. So how can we teach some concepts of grammar in behavioral way? So let's talk about the difference of do and does. Normally when teachers introduce these topics to the students, they go ahead with first person, second person, singular number, plural number, and it goes on, because first person singular number, first person plural number, second person singular number, second person plural number, that goes on, and then third person is also there. What will be the easiest way? I normally play this game in the class and it works. I tell them like this: I, you. I'm talking about very initial stage of the students. I, you, they, we. Let us not include these and those right now. And then he and she, just to make them aware of the words. Then we go ahead: I do, you do, they do, we do, he does, she does. If you want, you can change it in a poem as well. I do, you do, they do, we do, like this. So it can be really fun for them to understand and easy to remember. Instead of telling them in their forthcoming classes, they are definitely going to learn the grammatical part of this. But as children start speaking language in very early age, better to not to teach them the grammatical part in very early age, which is a drawback definitely of our system. We should emphasis on speaking. So instead we write a lot of sentences. Once you are done with this I do, you do thing, then you can definitely go ahead and tell them to write what they wish to, and then tell them that if there is one thing, first you go for the pronouns and then we go for the other subjects. So for the pronouns you can just say for I, you, they, we. Don't go for these and those right now, not now. And then we go for he, she and it. You can include it also. And then you tell them with all this we will use do, and with all these we will use does. Like this. Plain and simple. Keep it plain and simple. After this you can go ahead and tell them if there is one thing, does, more than one thing, do. But after this, once you finish with this, then only. So I do, you do, they do, we do, but he does, she does and it does. If it is done, you have to take a lot of practice. It is not going to happen in a day. You have to take a lot of practice of the students. Then we go ahead and we write words like this. You see, here you will write some verbs: I, go, come, common verbs, give and take. But when you talk about all this, it will be goes, comes, gives and takes. So I go to market, but he goes to market. I come to school, but he comes to school. I give you money, but he gives you money. I take the money, he takes the money. And then after this, when they will make the negative sentences, once it is done, you have to wait, once it is done, and then you go ahead and tell them to add do and does in between. And then I will go ahead like this. I hope I have not messed a lot. Do not and does not. It can be, the sentences can be preceded by many objectives, like I do not go to school, I do not come to home, I do not give him money, I do not take any money. The same way, he does not go. The moment you use does not, this will be eliminated. This will be eliminated. Remember, this you need to tell the students. So, he does not go, he does not come, he does not give, he does not take, like this. I hope it was easy, but still if you have any query, please write down in the comment and we will be discussing in a better way. Thank you everyone.